Welcome to Cooking with Coach. The word of the day is pivot or shift, however you want to look at it. Coach, how does that have to do with this meal today? Well, let me tell you a little story. Woke up this morning, I was like ready for some spinach and artichoke dip. Actually went to the store to buy the spinach, came home, no spinach. What are you gonna do, Coach? Hey, I said, you know what I'm gonna make? Green bean artichoke dip, because it's all about the appetizer. Got to be ready for this holiday season, Got people coming to your house and they're sitting there waiting on their meal. Got to have something for them. So we're going to show them a little spinach and, we're going to show them green bean and artichoke dip. But the one thing I want to tell you about the pivot, going through life, we're going to run up on roadblocks. We're going to run up on these chances that they're going to deter us away from the moment. Be ready to pivot. We don't have time to waste. Pivot. Just make a decision, whether it be good at that moment or good later. Make a decision, but make a decision that's good for you. See, that's what I did today. I made a decision that was good for me. Now, whether they like it or not, I don't know. We will see. But hey, only time will tell. But let's dive into this. Green bean and artichoke dip. Ooh-wee, gooey. Ooh-wee, look at that, look at that. It's got a crust on it. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh, we got those blue corn chips, because we got to keep it gluten-free. This gooiness is all gluten-free. We're going to get a chip, and we're going to, oh my gosh, look at that. What's that? Let's see that. My pivot was good. My pivot was good. That shift was amazing. It was amazing. It was amazing. And Coach always has to have a cocktail. I want to keep it kind of simple, so I have a spiked apple juice. What do you spike it with? A little brandy. Splash of tonic water with a lime wedge. Look at it. Smooth. Smooth. That's how it should be. So don't be afraid to pivot. Don't run into roadblocks, just go around them. It'll be all right.
What's up, guys? Welcome to A Seat, and today we're going to be talking about hierarchy in a relationship and a marriage. Does the man supposed to have a hierarchy over a woman? Is there supposed to be 50-50? Is it a balance? And then we talk about hierarchy, we also have to talk about being submissive to your spouse, which is your husband. So me and Randy have had experience with this subject because we have worked together. We have built our entire life literally together. And so when it comes to that hierarchy, I believe that we have balanced out that situation. I'm gonna call it a situation because that's all it is a situation. And we have been submissive to each other. So we're gonna get into it and let's have a seat. Welcome to A Seat. I'm Demi.
I'm Randy.
And today we are going to be talking about hierarchy in a relationship or marriage. And I think that hierarchy kind of plays into submission. Like there's this unknown thing that a man has a hierarchy over a woman, so we're kind of like this. Now, I don't know how that works for some people, but I personally just feel like we are on a level playing field, honestly. And I think because we get caught up in that and then we get to the whole submission thing, a lot of women, because of what we have been taught or told, because of hierarchy, then we kind of get into a situation where we're submitting to a man. And sometimes your partner don't know what the hell they doing in life. So you just really following somebody with a blind damn eye, both of y'all growing together. So it's kind of like, for me, it's about finding balance. I know you talk about role and positions. So, I mean, you the man. So what the man think?
You gotta be flexible.
Flexible? Okay.
Yeah, but no, seriously though, you gotta be flexible to change. I mean, we're in a time now where we dealing with an independent woman. Mm-hmm. And when I look at independence in a woman, I look at a woman that doesn't quote unquote need a man. So, well, how are you gonna bring that type of individual into a relationship and then try to put a thumb on them? Mm-hmm. I think that hierarchies really have a lot to do with a lack of trust.
Okay.
And why do I say that? Because when you're dealing with this quote unquote boss chick that's like to use, you can't keep a hand on them. I mean, you got to kind of let them be a free bird. But, at the end of the day, as a man, if you're doing your due diligence, at home. And I'm not talking about in the bedroom, I'm talking about the full plethora of everything that has to be done. You shouldn't have to have any words. You know, you shouldn't have to have any words, but the one thing about a man, he has to be willing to be able to set his ego and pride to the side and allow her to be the greatest version of herself and not be, how do I put it, don't feel like you're lesser than because you may not be higher than at the moment, you know. And that's the thing about it. It's about at what point is it okay to be lesser than?
But is it lesser than, or is it, see, it's lesser than because you men have been taught that it's this, but it's actually not lesser than, it's just you, both parties finding out what they supposed to do to get to the end goal or to get whatever it is. So I don't really think it's lesser than.
Well, I mean, that's where the roles and positions come into play.
Exactly.
You know, with me, people would say that I'm lesser than at the time that I'm in the kitchen, but no, I'm higher than because that's what I love to be.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that the woman is not going to allow you to she can be, she knows how to give you what you want and still get what she needs out of the situation. But you have to be willing to allow her to set that up. I mean, those are issues that I had, you know, in the past, but if you don't have an open level of communication when you get to those types of situations, it's dead in the water.
You ain't gonna make it.
It's over with. It's over with. You know, so this hierarchy thing can really be a problem.
I think it can be a problem. And then too, at the same time, I also feel like women who are in boss chick roles, you have to kind of put your ego and pride to the side too. You know, you have to be able to identify those areas where your ego and pride show up, and really, because you know, I have to talk to self. I be like, self, and you know what I'm saying.
One thing I'll say is a woman, a real boss chick, can get really caught up in the boss chick role, and you still got to remember that. You know, I got this, but I am here. Right. You know, I say I'm still a woman in this relationship. Right. You know, and not making a 24-hour a day situation, because that can end up being a problem too. You know, and I can't speak for all men, but I know me, I have an off switch when it comes to our relationship. And sometimes the off switch is good, sometimes it's bad.
Sometimes it's good and it's bad.
Sometimes it's bad. But you know, I'm a mushy type dude. You know, I like the lovey-dovey part of the relationship.
You are a hopeless romantic.
I love that. But that's what I love about. I love that part of the relationship. Yeah. And I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that, you know, women have always been beat up for so many years. So I just want women to know that you don't have to prove anything to anybody. Be you. Be you. If you're a boss chick, be a boss chick. Homie, you just need to make sure you got a strong enough backbone to handle it. And if you can't, you need to go find somebody with you. I'm just keeping it real right now. You know what I'm saying? But I like a boss chick. Keep me on my P's and Q's, baby.
P's and Q's.
And I like staying on my P's and Q's.
On your tiptoes. You're on your tiptoes. So yes, guys, that was a good topic. Like, I really enjoyed that. I hope you guys took some pointers away for those of you men and women who feel like you are bosses in this whole hierarchy thing and everything that we have been taught. Make sure you guys follow us on Instagram, A Seat with Randy and Demi, on Facebook, A Seat with Randy and Demi, and we will see you guys on the next episode.
Interested in being a member of our live studio audience? Email aseatwithrandyanddemi@gmail.com.